All right, and we are back for another edition of the TRFE Happy Hour. I'm excited today because our guest, the first time I met her, she had some awesome things to say. We were at this, I think it was a meeting for like the development of the graffiti here. And I was like, oh my God. And she had some really awesome things to say in a group discussion that we were having. And I was intrigued. And then we met, and then she came in for an interview for the TRFE event that did not happen. But she came in and she was like a ball of energy and like such a delight that we're happy to have her here. Our guest today is none other than Symone Salib, painting muralist, all around good person, educator. I can go on. You know what I mean? So I want to get to it. And I just want to get into it. Welcome. Just want to say welcome.
YaYa.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh man, it seems like you haven't stopped through COVID, and I love it. Like it hasn't like gotten the best of you artistically. Like you know what I mean. And well, I mean, I just from the outside, it feels like you've been going, and I'm excited about that. What was the first thing that you? What was the first thing that you painted that you like, you know, whenever that you were like, wait, I like this. I might be good at this. When was that? And what was that?
Like, I feel like I always have identified as an artist, but like, I just like didn't ever grow up in a space that like representation wise, it seemed like feasible that like it could be an actual like career and I could be doing it as something that's sustainable. So like, I kind of just like didn't for a really long time. Like I like love to paint, but I would always just be like, oh no, this is just for me. Or like, oh no, this is not leaving the house. Like, no one is going to see this. And then, I was like going through like some stuff relationship wise a few years back with someone. And, I went to brunch with my friend Sammy, who's also a muralist and like a really like talented artist. And she was like, Symone, like, let's talk about like healthy coping strategies. She was like, why don't you like go home and paint or something? And I'm like, I don't know that I want to do that. And she was like, well, then don't do anything you don't want to do. Just like do what you want. And then it like just like kept bothering me for the rest of the day. And I was like, maybe I should. And then I painted this like crazy painting of Frank Ocean from like the Blonde cover. And I was like, oh my God, I need to keep going. I need to make something else. And then I made.
Wait, you just started painting like again recently? You're saying? Because
like I never like took it seriously to say that I was like trying to take a step in my career. I would say this was like 2017. This was literally a few years ago. And then I was like, I feel like, you know, when you like finish something and you get like this like burst of serotonin, I was losing all my shits. I'm like chill with people on my block. And there's like this old man, Al. I'm like, we're not talking. I'm like, Al, yo, come here. I need to show you this. And literally nobody was home. And I was like, look at this painting. I think I did a good job. He was like, you did do a good job. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm losing it.
So what did you want to, so what falls in line with a question like, so what did you want to be like when you grew up? Like,
I don't, honestly, like my parents were like the, like super, like my dad is like an African man and he's like, oh, nothing is a job unless you are a lawyer, a doctor, or like an engineer, you know? And like, that is fine. And I totally understand where they were coming from of like, they don't want to see me struggle, but also like, I literally like wanted to be a dentist since I was 6 because I feel like they like tried to program me like this. And then it wasn't until I failed my pre-calc class, my freshman year of college, that I was like, oh, I can't do that. Not for me. I'm so.
That's the conversation we've been having about like, you know, like in my generation, like we weren't really encouraged to be like creatives, like unless you were like had an instrument or whatever, and it came through certain places like the church or whatever. And it was like, I'm always curious to know, like, you know, like what that was like being young. And I met your sister, and she seems uber creative too. So like,
oh my God, you met my sister Naomi?
Yeah, I remember. I don't remember. We popped in, me and my friend popped into her art gallery, into the art gallery thing.
You're right. This was a crazy day too. Yeah, Naomi's also always come. Naomi, I have a bunch of siblings. I'm one of 7, and Naomi's the sibling I'm closest to, I would say. Like, we're just like closest in age. We have a lot of like things that we both vibe on. Naomi also was someone like me that like wanted to grow up and like get out of my town and grow like bigger than whatever that was just there. So
what town was that?
What?
I'm sorry.
What?
What town was that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm from Central Jersey. I'm from a town called Jackson. Very white, very rural, the suburbs. The only thing there is Six Flags Great Adventure.
Six Flags.
Yeah, that's why I know it. Jackson.
Yeah, literally. I was there. But like, I remember being a kid and like literally counting the days till I could like move. Like once I was 15, I really was out. I was so hyped.
So why Philadelphia then?
Well, I moved to Philly after I graduated college. This is actually crazy. I was like, right after I graduated college, it was like May 2015. I did like this cross country bike trip and like literally bicycled across the country. And like me and my ridiculous 22-year-old, I could do anything. So, and I'm still this way, but like I was really on some other shit back then. And like, I told myself, like, I was like, I was like, I'm going to either go on this trip and find somewhere that sticks out to me and move there right after, or because it was from like Baltimore to San Diego. So I was literally seeing like, literally, this is like the crazy. I think about this and I'm like, did I actually do this? Was this a fever dream? I have no idea.
I got questions.
Blown away.
I got questions. Like, first of all, how long? Because I've driven across country a couple. How long did it take? Where'd you stop? Where'd you sleep? Like, are you serious?
No. It was with like a not-for-profit. So it was actually money and awareness for young adults affected by cancer. So like I was with like a team of 25 people. It's like called 4K for Cancer. So like where like literally it was like 25 strangers. It's like a reality show. 25 strangers.
Sounds like
we all graduated like from college or like are still in school at this point because you have to be like under 25 or something to do it. And then like you have to fundraise a lot of money. Like you have to fundraise like $4,500. I'm doing this my whole senior year like it's my full-time job. Like no.
Really?
And then like they give you a bike for free and then like you bike cross country and like YMCAs and churches and shit, they house you. So you're sleeping on the floor in a sleeping bag, which is fine. But like, yeah. So after I finished this whole trip, I'm like, honestly, I don't like California. I don't think I like romanticized it a lot before I left. Yeah. And was like, I'm going to stay in San Diego at the end of my trip. Thank God I didn't do that. That was not the move. And like me moving to Philly was actually kind of like a cop out for myself of like, okay, I'm being a little lazy. I like know a few people here. I'm going to just do this because this is like a secure option. And I am so thankful that that was the decision I decided to make. And like, this is where I am right now because like, I kept like looking for this feeling of home, like everywhere I was going. And like, in some places I did feel it. Like there are some spots across the country that I'm like, I could move there. Yes, I would. But like literally nothing like Philadelphia. Nothing is like Philadelphia anywhere.
And I think that people that are not from here really feel this way. I'm from Jersey too. So
yeah.
I have that feeling of home. There's, like you said, other cities around the country, like Chicago. I love Chicago. I love it because it feels like Philadelphia to me though, you know, but Philly, there's no place like it. But people that grew up here, I feel like they just look at that very differently. And I'm like, this is right.
I know.
I mean, there's a large portion of people that grow up here that don't travel a lot or don't get to see, and don't get to see that. Like, you know.
I never saw any of that shit until like literally I did that trip. I like never went on vacation in my entire life because it was like financially not a space for my parents and all my siblings. But like, I don't know. Like, I think like what Philly has is so different. And the vibe people have here is different in the best way. Like, yeah.
So are you you're in the studio, like,
oh, where is it?
Are you ready for this storm? Like, is it happening out there? Like,
I feel like where she is, the sun is shining.
Yeah, like how is the sun shining?
I don't even believe it.
It's supposed to be on the cheek right now.
You know, so this was the window of like where the sun, the so-called sun is coming from.
You're in Bach?
I love you.
Oh yes, I'm in Bach. Oh wait,
No, we did one of our festivals there. 2018.
Yeah. I just moved in here. I was working out of my house literally all up until October, like this whole time, like doing everything I was doing. Yeah. And then I somebody from Bach was like, oh, like, we have spaces opening up. And me and my studio mate, Nicole, were like, we should just like check it out. Like, just like go, like do a little drive-by, see how it is. And they were so excited to like think that we were going to be people that were going to like have a space here. And the people that like run the leasing office were like on our team. Like, and to feel like somebody's in my corner like that, I was like, oh my God, this is like I see you like vouching for me and being like, oh, wherever you want to be is where we're going to be able to put you. So like, let's show you a few spots. And I'm like, thank you. I feel like I've never had, I didn't know like having a studio was like an option for me, let alone an option that would come in the pandemic. Like,
right.
Wow.
Like super fortunate. And like, yeah, I do split the space with 3 people and like, I'm not mad about it because I love a co-work space.
Yes.
What are you drinking?
I got these like sparkling teas, not like a seltzer because I actually hate seltzer. It's a mango flavor. I'm not sure. It was on sale at the liquor store.
What do you think? I saw the commercial for these. I think like last year it was about the white claws, and this summer it's going to be about the sparkling teas.
I kind of like it better than a seltzer. It's got like I don't know. It has like a Pellegrino vibes. I love a Clementine Pellegrino. My boyfriend really has me on that shit.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
With the seltzers, though, you're supposed to pour that over vodka. I don't know. Somebody told me that at the end of the summer after I was already into it. So I feel like
right. Yeah. I would say this is like a margarita in a not gross way, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
How fast did you get the Bernie wheatpaste idea from like, that sounds like something I'll do, to like getting it up?
And
like,
did they take Bernie down?
No, they didn't take Bernie down.
Oh, good.
I actually like had this idea, like since it like happened, I was like talking to my studio mate, Nicole, and she's the person that does the yarn bombing. And I was like, Nicole, we should go put up a Bernie like yesterday. Like we need to go now. I have work today. I have work tomorrow. Would you be down to do it after work? And I was like, totally. So long story short, Nicole was like super tired, really beat. Like she was like, honestly, I don't know if I'm up to it. Like just do it without me. I make it and I'm like, Nicole, we need to do this together. I think, especially because she like crochets. I'm like, you need to crochet.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
You need to put a mix on. And after I made it, I sent her a video and was like, tell me you're not going to make the mittens. And she's like, I'll be at the studio tomorrow morning. Can we go put it up in the afternoon? And I was like, yeah. Yeah, we can. So I put many things up in the public space and people are usually excited or they'll walk by and be like, thank you for putting this up in the neighborhood or something, right? I've also had like some people who were not so nice, but like whatever. I have never had a reaction the way this was. When we put this up, it was on like Marathon in like Center City on like 16th and Chestnut.
Yeah.
Our drive-in towards like past us while we're doing it, literally opening their windows and screaming, being like, yes! Like,
first of all, Bernie's a walking revolution. So, and that meme is like, you know,
perfect.
I know.
Like, we needed that. So
I saw you in the New York Times, you know,
like, did you ever get the credit?
Nobody has got back to it. So also because like it was on like a daily photo feature opposed to like an article. Yeah. I think if it's like an print, but like also like, I don't know.
I guarantee at some point there's going to be an article about Bernie and that's going to come up.
Listen.
It will. And it's
do you get credit when you just throw something up? Like, so, did you have permission to put that up or they were just like, yo, we're going to throw it up?
No, honestly.
You don't have to answer that question, but.
No, some people commission me to do things, yes. But like a lot of the stuff that I do and put in the public space, unless it's like a mural, is often things I'm just doing for free and just putting it up and around. And like, I'm not even looking for the New York Times to pay me. I'm just looking for that credit. Yeah, I'm looking for it to be like made by Symone Salib. Also, put my name on everything. I'm not going to lie. Like, I feel like that's something that like some writers can have some like shit to say a little bit about it. And like, you know what, that's just like my style. And I know that. But like, also like Marathon has been closed for a long time and they have the boards up on there since like early pandemic. So I was like, these aren't going anywhere. They don't mind the other side having stuff on it. I'm going to put this on here. So much so that they moved the board and then put it up higher so like nobody could mess with it. So I'm like, I feel like they're not mad about it.
They're not mad about it.
So,
hold on, Mike.
Get credit.
What happened?
So you should get credit.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, now that they've made it prominent, yeah.
I have DMs like, well, I don't know, sending me being like, did you, like, we originally found the thing from the New York Times because someone we don't know like sent it to us in our DMs and was like, hey, yo, so proud of y'all. You better get credit on this though because your name. And I was like, what? This is wild. So wild.
So Symone, we have a couple of segments that we run through that happens in our show. One of them is over a drink, and we'll get back to that. Mm-hmm. But the next one is YaYa's list, and she has a special guest on that's going to come on, and she's going to introduce her. So YaYa, take it away.
Is she here? Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
I still need to get my intro song together. YaYa's list, YaYa's list. I don't know.
She's got an intro that Lady Amma like actually wrote
maybe
for her.
It's gonna be the house beat and upbeat. Hi, Allie. But hi, everybody. Welcome to an installment of YaYa's List. It's been a while. Today, YaYa's List is really kind of like highlighting creatives that are doing things in the city outside of visual arts, but all types of levels and mediums of creativity. Today we have Aahh, LMT, right? Owner of Aahh Massages. She is a healing artist at best. I get my massages from her, and obviously that's what she's on here because she's fan-fucking-tastic. Aahh, what does the LMT mean? Let us know. What does that certification mean? Who are you? What's going on? Hi.
Hi, can you hear me? Wonderful. LMT is just licensed massage therapist. I have to go through a certification of 600 minimum hours in PA, and then I have to get a license, which is pretty much telling the government that I'm legit. They take my money. They give me a certificate. I just got it in the mail, renewed.
I'm only asking because, you know, on Instagram, everybody's like doing massages or Reiki or something, and I don't always see that LMT. So I was like, let me ask my Aahh what's going on. Can you let everybody know who you are, what do you do, and why you do it?
I am Allison Horn, and you can call me Aahh.
By the way.
Huh?
I'm a horn too.
Yeah, you're the horn with the E.
I'm horn with an E, like Hannah. Yeah.
I've been doing massage. I started massage right out of, went to massage school after high school, like immediately. I sometimes joke that my aunt, or not joke, but like the woo-woo answer is that my aunt guided me to being a massage therapist because she was a massage therapist and she passed when I was in high school, and I look a lot of like her. Also because I didn't have to take the SATs and I hate tests. And I don't know, I just, after starting it, it's like, it feels so natural. Like I'm really good at it, like not to toot my own horn. But yeah, it just feels really good to do it. And I feel like amazing at it. Like I worked at a place for 8 years before I started to really do it on my own. And it was a nice experience, but I didn't like how they ran the business and I didn't like working with other people. More like they didn't like working with me.
So, okay, I just saw that you have this new art that says body mechanic, and it's like you actually working on someone. So, you know, oftentimes people are getting massages as a treat yourself moment. And I want to talk about that. Is massage treat yourself or routine, regular maintenance? What do you think about it?
I mean, if you're talking to me, you know, it's like, I don't want to sound like a salesman. I've always hated salesmen. I get their purpose. I just am not. But it is hard to convince people that it should be routine. You know, because it's like people are like, oh my God, it's my birthday, treat myself. They get that 1 hour. And to me, that 1 hour is gone before it even happened, you know? And as a personal receiver of massage, I tend to not feel it afterwards. So I need multiples. I like touch. I need to be touched. Sometimes you don't know you're hurt until you're worked on. So a lot of people think of massage as something that they only do when they're in a lot of pain. But how can you fix pain if you're already at the like deep end? How do you like fix it if it's already so bad? If you get a cut that's so bad, and you go to the hospital the next day, they'll tell you they can't stitch it up. It's kind of like the same thing. Like you can't wait to fix it. And then they rely on.
I gotta sit up straight, yo.
Shoulders back, everybody.
So okay, Allie. So go ahead, Mike. Yeah.
Hey, Allie, I'm Mike. Great to meet you. Do you do any of those like exotic massages? Like I seen this dude. I went to this place one time and she was massaging the other woman with her feet. Like there was a pole across the thing, and she got up on a thing, and she was walking on her back with her. I don't know if that's considered exotic, but it was like, wow. She's like,
it's only exotic because I have to take extra class. I have to buy the pole that will go around because there's
No, and honestly, I had a guy who was like a muscle guy, like to fix because I had a pain in my back, and he came to the house and massaged me, and he walked on my back, and he was like 200 some pounds. What the hell is this big heavy dude doing on the top of me? He's like 240 pounds standing on me.
Did it work?
When I was done, and like he had me feeling right. So what am I supposed to say?
So the technical name is ashiatsu. I don't know where it comes from. I didn't study it yet, but it seems really fun. The only extra stuff that I do is cupping. It's like it breaks up like the dead blood cells, all that stagnant like flow, like what makes us tight. So it helps alleviate some of that with like a suctioning what do you call it? I don't know. It's a suctioning thing.
Yeah.
Device.
But now massages, like is there anything special about massages like those compared to just somebody using their hands?
I personally am really good with my hands, and so I don't need extra cool things to really get deep in those muscles. I think hot stone is just a waste of time. I had to do continuing education watching people do bamboo massage, like using bamboo rods, and I'm like, ugh, it looks like they just don't know how to use their hands.
So what about people that can't afford routine massages? Like,
I'm open.
Expensive. You had given me like some little tennis balls. I maybe used it once just to help keep me loose, but I feel like you're always talking about those. So do you want to?
I would love to create little care packages so people could do it at home. I think people need to ask me and I'm there for them, like I'll do like a $10 virtual session. We can sit together and we can go through like where you put the ball, how you maneuver yourself to get that self massage.
So I noticed that you're doing the virtual sessions now in addition to your massages. I do have other questions, but before we move on from the massage, could you just tell everyone where to find you and how to book you?
Yeah, mostly through, text, email.
Where?
Aahmassages@gmail.com. That's AAHH because you got to say and Instagram.
Theme song too.
Say again?
Gotta say.
Need a theme song too.
Almost there. We're almost there.
So you have other interests that I find, again, just talking about creatives, right, in our city. And a lot of creatives have more than one interest. You also go by the name of Bubble Queen. The bubble.
Trying to.
So talk to us about bubbles.
Oh, it's so funny because it's like I found it through just wanting to do bubbles by myself, right? And then I found this woman who does it as like a job in New Orleans. I don't mean to like steal her thing, but like I'm into it. Like I want to go to the parks and make giant bubbles with kids and parents and bring joy, because like masked or not, it's bringing a lot of joy to the kids at the parks, and they get to run around, they're screaming, chasing after bubbles. And so, as well as trying to create a more structured schedule for massages, I'm really trying to create a more structured schedule for going to the park, like thinking about timings when kids get out of school, like 3-4 o'clock, finding the parks in the rich neighborhoods, but really anywhere, and just really like bringing that joy of big bubbles, hopefully to bring enough like other things so kids can also do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Allie,
But she be marketing though.
Oh, I got the stickers. There's stickers.
Okay.
I like salespeople, but she be marketing.
She does. She does. Allie, it was great having you today. I'm excited. Folks, you can find Allie at AAHH Massages on Instagram, at gmail.com to figure out her virtual fees and also her in real life fees. And Allie, I will be scheduling something with you shortly. Thanks so much for joining us.
All right. Thanks.
Hi, Ali.
Bye, everyone.
Hi.
Symone, real quick, play off the end of that conversation. And this is a question. This is an awesome question for Mike, and I'm gonna pose this to everybody because, first of all, people say that Mike doesn't come with good questions. He comes with really good questions sometimes.
Yeah,
this is like
questions,
2 questions a day that I'm like,
you did.
You know what I mean? And this is one of them. And this isn't even the best one, okay, in my opinion. But, and this is something that I'll pose to everybody, but I'll start with you, Symone. Really quick. It's a quick, like,
I'm wanting.
you get 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Oh,
all right?
Okay.
Give me one talent, because she was talking about, artists with other talents. Give me one talent that you're not familiar with that if you could master in 1 hour, you know what I'm saying? Which talent would it be? You get an hour. You can master this talent in an hour.
It has to be something, or it has to be like it could be anything.
It could be anything.
Oh.
One talent that you always wish you could, something you always wish you could do, but you get one that you can master and be a master at. And you get an hour to be a master. You know what I'm saying?
I said I want to say I feel like playing piano would be cool because that's hard. No, yes, that's it. Yeah, I'll pick that.
Same.
I want a worthwhile thing. I'm like, or can I like learn how to speak a whole another language? Is that a thing I could do in 1 hour?
You get an hour of mastering whatever language you want.
Right, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Good one.
It's like you get a superpower for an hour. That's what we're calling this. So yours would be.
But will I get to keep it after?
Keep it.
An hour.
No, it's forever.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Forever or an hour?
It's a remix. You get an hour. You get 1 hour.
Oh.
You get 1 hour before a superpower.
Oh, that changes it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
That wasn't the question. That wasn't.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You guys heard it, so this is for all y'all. I changed it. Yes, I'm hosting the show. I changed it.
Okay, so
What would it be?
For me?
Yeah.
1 hour.
If it's just for an hour and it's not something I'm going to retain, I'm going to say piano. If it's something I'm going to be able to retain, I want to be able to learn every single language. Is that allowed? Because that would be
a really good one.
That'd be a joke.
All right, cool. So you're the special guest, so we're going to do one that you can retain and one that you keep for an hour. You're setting the rules. Eric,
Okay.
what's up? Eric, what's up? You get 10 seconds. Come on. One you can retain and one you get for an hour.
Okay.
I don't know, man. This is hard. All right. Retain, I'd say like, I don't know, man, being like a fucking expert basketball player or some shit. For an hour.
You're like 5'8", but go ahead.
That's why I said expert. I'll be AI out in this restaurant. I'm still way shorter than AI.
And what's the other?
Damn. I don't know. All right, for an hour, it'd be like a master, like I don't know, like NASCAR driver or something.
Ooh,
you know, something like that. For an hour. Like,
Car.
All right, YaYa.
Okay, so if I could retain it, I would do. I wanted to say sing, but obviously I can sing. Everyone's laughing, Symone, because they think I can. But they actually think I cannot sing. So I would say music production.
Binary, yeah.
You said it for.
If I could retain it, I would be a music producer, and I would come for everybody. If it was something for an hour, and is this any superpower? Like I can fly into the sky and like fly around and stuff?
A real talent.
Yeah, mastering is talent.
It just seems like such a waste to master it for an hour. Maybe I would.
No, you have this talent for an hour is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like a master at this thing.
Okay, you know what? I maybe I would be a chef. You know, I love to serve people. I love to cook, and just to be able to master all the different ways of the sous vide.
And you like make one crazy meal, and then like
one crazy, fantastic, like you know, oh my gosh, meal, and then I can let that go because I wouldn't want people expecting that of me all the time.
Jason.
I'm gonna, similar to Symone, I feel like I would want like an instrument for an hour because I would just like get some really good weed and like a tenor saxophone and just like, you know, like go at it for an hour.
How many instruments do you play right now though, already?
What's that?
How many instruments do you play already?
Many. I'm not a I'm humble, but I would only say I'm a master at, you know, like really bass is what I studied, you know. I'm on the 10,000 hour track on piano. I'll get there.
Alex.
Well, my long-term.
Oh, yeah, your long-term, sorry.
Yeah, would definitely be public speaking, you know. I feel like given that, like if you could do that in your life, that would help so much to be able to do what I want to do, to be able to like talk to a bunch of people and convince them, so.
That's a good one, Jason.
Trying to plan for the future here.
Mike.
Realize all this stuff.
For president.
Godfather of questions.
Nah, for an hour, it would probably be on some adventure shit. Like I would try to like that you know when they put them suits on and they jump
along the mountains.
Yeah, and they like fly with the suit or something without.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one.
That's fun.
That I'd run out at like the 60th minute and I wouldn't be on the ground yet. Or something like that. It would leave right before I'm supposed to, you know, right after it runs out, I die. So, but like a race car, something adventurous, because I'd want to have that hour, like I'd be a tightrope walker or something like that. For you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I'm with you, Mike.
You know
I'm with you.
But for one that I could retain forever, language is a good one. But piano is mine too, because all my life, man, I hated to see an instrument that was unplayed, and you'd see pianos everywhere. I always wanted to be able to walk into a room and just sit down at the piano and play something, man. Just like just rock out and just be that dude in the middle of the hotel lobby.
Everyone's like, wait a minute, you know,
like, yo, we didn't want him to play, but he's nice with it, so leave him alone. Like I always felt like that'd be a fly attribute to have. You know what I mean?
It's a good party trick. I agree. I used to have
Mike.
in my house. Yeah, there's a move.
Jason plays piano, actually.
Mike, you can learn to play piano.
I know, Jay, but like,
it's never too late.
That's a lot of commitment.
The YouTube, it's easier than ever to find anything you need to learn about how to play piano.
Alex. Alex.
Yo, piano's such a good one. My initial thought was glass blowing for an hour.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, because like I feel like it's like just like sitting at a piano. I just sit there and make some crazy shit.
Yeah,
and you can have it when you were done to remember.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. To retain like an expert at like plants, like knowing every single plant ever and being able to like identify plants. Probably.
Love that.
Oh, Alex, I'm just seeing such a different side of everybody.
Who knows what's gonna happen next week?
When you get
it better be unmade, it would be, you know what I mean?
And now let's all just visualize this stuff, okay? And let's just manifest all the things we want to be, like right now.
So for me, I think for an hour, I would I want to be able to like sing like Whitney Houston.
Hey.
Okay.
And
that's a really interesting look, you know?
Okay.
I'm just picturing how that
like the mastery.
I know.
Like, the skill level. I mean, like I take the beat, you know what I mean? Give me Whitney, give me Patty, whatever. I want to be able to sing really good, like to that point. And I think I would probably take 40 minutes and then call like 40 people and just sing to them. Or FaceTime and sing to them.
Oh my God.
I would DM 40 people with this crazy, crazy voice and sing to them. And hopefully I might go viral and then I can just like maybe live off of that for the rest of my life.
You want to go to the studio
So smart.
and just record it?
Huh?
You could record an album in that
Well,
time.
see, I got 40 minutes. I'm gonna get it out there. And then the other 20, I'm gonna probably do like a couple of songs. Yeah, I might do a couple of covers. I might, you know what I mean? I might do a couple of songs, leave some spaces for like, you know what I mean, for some top artists and all that. But yeah, I think I'd do that. I think I'd be able to sing really good for an hour and I just like crush it. And I go viral and I just be that dude that can sing really good for an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that will be me.
A whole marketing campaign.
And so my second
for an hour.
So my choice for like, you know, for the duration would be like mind control. I want to be like a master at like persuasion and mind control. Because that's what helped me. Yeah, like you said, the marketing.
That'd be dangerous.
That's what helped me.
I'm getting a lot of different sides about people.
I'm already a musician, so it's like if I can put the mind control mastery, you know what I'm saying, in the music,
take over the world.
Like I would be unstoppable. So I think
Aim actually had the best answer. That is, I don't know how to.
I think that's where, you know what I'm saying, you know, I think that's where I go. Symone, what it's been a crazy like year up until now. Like I think the last time we saw you, we were getting ready to like launch our TRFE Tiny for Elephants festival, and we were doing interviews. So what's kept you up? What's kept you positive? What's kept you going through this time?
I feel like I've been doing a lot of stuff, but I feel like everybody else, it's still like an ebb and flow. Like honestly, even yesterday, I didn't do anything the whole day yesterday, and I'm like pretty bad at resting. I would say I've like tried to naturally become better at that in this last year, and I didn't do shit yesterday, and I felt like garbage all day to the point that I was like, I need to take a shower. I need to like do something and get up, right? I take a shower, and then all that stuff happened with the New York Times. So like, it's literally like the extremes of the whole quarantine are like literally yesterday, where I'm like, wow, this day is so bad. And I can like feel the decline in my mental health. And then like the next day will like maybe be like a little better for whatever. So it's really just like riding like the highs and lows and like knowing that like the ebb and flow is just kind of natural. Yeah, but I think like seeing like how much people like want to like do the work right now and they want to like get involved to like do shit or like, I don't know. I think art right now is like extremely powerful and like specifically in this time where like things are like a dumpster fire. And I think we're like on this like little like cusp of like hope potentially that could like things could like maybe get better. Yeah, so like that right now is what's like pushing me to be like, all right, there are bigger things in the horizon. I have faith that the universe will bring them to me, and I'm like just trying to ride it out.
What's awesome getting to know you is that like you were doing shit like years ago. You were biking across country for cancer.
Really?
So, like where does that come from? Where does that get instilled from? Where does that like, you know?
Wait, what?
Where does that like activism, that like need to like, you know what I mean? Where does that come from?
I don't know. Honestly, I always just like felt like I used to always hear people be like, I want to change the world. I want to change the world, you know? And like, you know, I think everybody kind of like feels that inside of them if they like want to do something, you know? And I think it wasn't like probably until I was like 22 that I was like, you know what, I really can do things. And I feel like who said something about like the master of persuasion? I think I have that inside of me. I do. I don't know why, but I do. And for whatever reason, it is like working out in my favor with the universe. So I'm not going to question it. And I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing.
It's your energy level, man. Like your energy just takes over the whole room. Like who says no to that?
You know? Yeah, I agree with that. I think like someone saying like, oh, like, how do you get jobs? I'm like, be the person you want to work with. Like nobody wants to work with someone that's got like a bad attitude or is making stuff that like doesn't really like have meaning behind it. Maybe like, I feel like people are attracted to what you're putting out. And like, I'm just like naturally being myself. So I feel like blessed that like, that is something that is like so well received. But at the same time, like that is like, that is the momentum to me, you know?
Yeah.
Random question. So you paint a lot of portraits. Or you do a lot of portrait work. I'm not gonna say paint a lot of portraits. You do a lot of portrait work. It's so what's it like when like you're the subject?
Oh, this is like hard, yeah. So
like I saw you you had a photo shoot with Cheyenne Gill, right? Is that her name?
One time. Oh man.
What's that like for you to be like on the opposite side of like
I would say like literally a year ago, like last year around this time, I like got into therapy for the first time in my life. And like I remember like the person I was seeing was also coincidentally like an art therapist. I didn't like go to see her because of that. And I remember she like at the end of sessions, she'd be like, oh, I'll just give you like a little assignment. And if you want to do it, go ahead. And the first one was to do a self-portrait. Tell me why I was losing all of it. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't fucking stress. I don't know why, but I don't want to do it. I don't want it, so I'm not gonna. And then like, I like really like thought about that a lot this year and like why it made me so uncomfortable and like what that's about, because it is really hard to like be like the focus and like the subject of something, especially like when it could be something that was like large scale. But like earlier, like in November, I actually just did my first artist residency and like I applied, like swear to God, like it was the submission to apply to go was like at midnight. I applied at like 11:30, like made a design super quick and like made this like backstory, like, a mural of myself. Tell me why I get picked literally 2 days later. And I'm like, oh my God. And here I am, like literally within the same year of like a therapist telling me to do a self-portrait and me like being like, oh, I don't want to do that. To me, like making like an entire mural that is literally of myself. I think it is self-growth. I think that is what I'm gonna call it. Because I definitely wouldn't have imagined that earlier, like 6 months prior even, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it is challenging being like the subject of something, especially like when you are the person who's making it. And like, it's easy to be self-critical, you know? And be like, this could go better.
Like for me, like, you know, I spent a lot of time recently interviewing people. Like, not just do this, but like, you know, when we do, like, I'm interviewing everybody and I'm horrible in an interview. Like, I'm cool in conversation, but you put like a light and like, you know what I mean? Like a camera and it's like, I start sweating. Like there's like, I mean, through history, the people that can tell you like, yeah, he's bad.
It's wrong.
And like, I don't know. So I'm always curious how it works. You're somebody that paints people and like what happens when you're painted and or when you're like captured, like, you know what I mean? So
it's like sweet. I think if other people are doing it, as long as it doesn't look like shit, very cute. So sweet. That's also like a big fear of something as like someone who does portraiture is like when I do something of someone, I want to know that I'm doing them justice. That like if they see this, they're gonna be like proud to see it and be like, that is me. I feel like you did capture like my essence and stuff, because like you can like see that in things.
True story.
Like,
I know somebody that volunteered for a portrait that was for free from an amazing artist, and then got the portrait and was like, "Can you do it again?"
Oh my God, it was horrible. Like, my neck isn't this big. My neck isn't this big.
Yeah.
The level of disrespect. But what I will say about portraits, and I've sat for portraits and people come and they look at my self-portrait. Now, some people will be like, oh my God, that doesn't even look like you. But it's like you said, it's like you're trying to capture like the essence of a person. And it's like other person's interpretation. Because the weird thing is, it's like, I never really see myself like how I really look. I only see myself through other things, through a mirror, through a screen. I don't really know how I really look. So, you know, that artist interpretation, I do rely on that because they're seeing something that I may never get to see, you know?
100%.
Hey, Symone, so doing a self-portrait, when you had to do your self-portrait, like, what did you learn about yourself? Like, 'cause, you know what I'm saying? Because now you got to look at all your imperfections, all your perfections, everything. Like, was there things you found out about yourself that made?
I'm not sure if you know that Mike is not only just like, you know, he doesn't just have like cool, awesome questions every now and then. He's also a full-fledged like real life journalist and shit. So these secondary questions are only coming from Mike. He's like, you know what I mean? He's like, oh, let's go down this road. So I just want to let you know who you're dealing with here and shit. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That had to be like therapy on top of therapy.
No, definitely. I think so. When I did this mural that was like this like huge literal portrait of myself, I like had come up with the imagery behind it based off of a Kehinde Wiley painting that I saw when I was at Art Basel, actually, which y'all convinced me to go to, by the way. Like y'all literally bought a ticket. Like that night that I had met
I remember that conversation.
I was like, you know what? Okay, I am gonna go. But so while I was there at the Rebel Family Collection, I saw this like crazy Kehinde Wiley painting where this black man was like laid up. And I mean, like something about him, it was a huge painting too. It looked holy. It felt spiritual. And I remember seeing it and being like, wow, to capture somebody in a space like that, incredible. I was losing it. So then when I was coming up with the imagery of like the mural, I was like, I want to make something that includes myself that like does the same justice for me, at least, because I remember seeing that of somebody else and being like, wow, I'm blown away. And if I could do that for myself, I feel like that's something that's like very healing. So like when I did it, obviously like my style is like a little bit more simplified and like nothing like a Kehinde Wiley, who was like a master. But like when I was doing it and even when we were tracing it out, like I've always been somebody who's been thick like my whole life. And like, I feel like it's only up until like recently that it's like cute to be thick and stuff. But I'm like, now is my time. Cool. I always feel that way. And like I've been wearing like a size 16 pants, like before that shit was cute, man. And like, I have no qualms with my body. Like I like fuck with the way I look and like, this is just who I am. But like, there was like little parts when I was like making it, like the little chubby part, like right in his armpit, like in between the titty. I remember like drawing it and like at such a large scale and being like, I love my cute ass motherfucking armpit. Do you see? I'm literally like walking by like this fucking crazy mural where like my head is literally 5 feet. And I'm like, look at my armpit though. Look at my little foot. So like, I would say again, growth, because I like didn't know I was gonna feel that way while I was making it. But like looking back on it now, I feel like it was really healing. I think it like made me have like a lot of like appreciation like for like where I come from, because like the whole base behind the mural was like trusting that your ancestors were gonna guide the way. But at the same time, like your body is like a relic that is passed down from your ancestors. Like tell me like my abuela like has the thickest ankles, like always. And like all of us, all of my cousins, we all got thick ass ankles. We all got ankles. And I'm like, look at this thing that is like passed down from generation that like I get to keep and then hopefully will also be passed down. And I hope someone feels the same kind of love towards it in their journey.
Oh, man. See, you know what's so crazy? I have so many more questions from like all of us also, but I think I'm gonna be super real right now and say, all right, so when COVID's over and we can all congregate, right? We're coming over your house. Cause I'm speaking for the team. I'm saying like today, obviously you're honorary member because this is the whole thing. You're honorary team member. So, but I'm thinking that when COVID's over, we're coming over your house because I love your energy and I think this conversation can go on and I want to know so much more. But I know that you represent Cuba and I also know that you represent Egypt. I spent a little time in Cuba. I haven't gone to Egypt yet. But when we come over your house, what are you making for dinner? We're bringing the alcohol. We're bringing all the party favors. What are you making?
I love to entertain. I also like love to cook. Like the way to my heart is through my stomach. Like I love a snack. And by snack, I mean all food. I'm hype as shit. It really just what we would be in the mood for. I'm
vegetarian, sort of kind of vegan, but more vegetarian. Everybody's got stuff. So give me like you know, a good like 7 things that we can have on the table that we all can enjoy that you can make. I mean, it's 6 of us.
Yeah.
Like that's
I think it's in there. I'm saying. I want to know what the meal is going to be. We're bringing alcohol. We're bringing the tequila. We're bringing rum.
Cute. We're gonna make mojitos. It's gonna be sweet.
Yes.
Okay, so usually like I like am a big hoster. Like pre-COVID, like my house.
Like, that's why we're coming over.
Yeah, cute, right? So, but like with that being said, there are some foods that just like take a lot of work to do. And by that, I mean like you need a team. So like, I feel like if we're going to hang out, we're also going to have it be an activity of what we're making to eat.
Yes.
So I feel like real talk, what would we do is we would probably make empanadas because everybody can fill them together and we can all like have our cute little part in it. Yo, are you
Love an empanada.
Excited.
Yeah, and I figure we could also like make mofongo to go with it because it's like kind of easy. We could just like, you know what I mean?
Let's go.
What is mofongo?
What?
Mike doesn't know.
What is it?
Tell Mike.
Mofongo is like super Puerto Rican. It's like you have like plantains. You can either fry them. I've boiled them. But you like.
I just never knew what it was.
You like take the plantains. I like them to be sweet. I love a sweet plantain. I like wait till they're real. Honestly, wait till that shit is black. Then you like cook it, and then you take the cooked plantains and you like put it in a pilon, like a mortar and pestle kind of thing. And like you take like garlic. You can put like chicharrón, which is like pork, in there. You don't have to put that in there though if you don't want to. And then like a bunch of spices, and then like you take the mash out, and then you would get like a quart container or a bowl, you put a little oil in, then you take the plantains, you mash it up and you make like a little crevice for the inside, and you can like put something inside. You can put like chicken, you can put chorizo.
Oh, okay.
This sounds
So
right, so we got empanadas, we got mofongo. What else?
Flashbacks to PR.
What do you mean? What else? Like we just came up with a.
that's all.
For dessert.
What's good? Nah.
This is all.
What do you want to eat for dessert?
I don't know.
Is there a specialty? Is there a Cuban specialty?
Fried plantains and vanilla ice cream.
Vanilla ice cream.
Fried plantains and vanilla ice cream. I never had that. Why would I?
Honestly, we're.
You're not dessert folks? Pastries? No.
Actually, I made this like really yummy cake for my partner's birthday a few days. A few days. It was like it was a sweet potato cake. He like loves a sweet potato pie. So like the cake itself was like super moist. It had like little hints of like other flavors in it. Like it had what did it have? It had a cinnamon honey cream cheese frosting, and it was so good.
Honey.
Never make them sweet potato biscuits.
Cool. So in about
no, I never made that. That sounds good. That sounds really good. Yeah, it adds a good moistness. It's like
So in about 9 months or so, we'll take this video and then we're going to edit it and then send it to you as like the official like invite.
Us inviting ourselves.
Inviting ourselves.
And here's the menu. And here's the
menu.
And here's the menu.
It's gonna be
so. Last but not, what are you working on now? What are you working on now?
I just finished a mural like literally last week that was like just got put up on like 13th and Arch. So like I've been taking this week to kind of just like chill, not overexert myself because I know that like other things are gonna like eventually come through. I've been like applying to like some bigger grants because I'm like in my manifesting, like my little manifest, like I am manifesting that I would like love to do a project with a big ass budget. Like I never had, I mean like a 50 grand budget. I want to do a big ass wall. I want to do like something like huge and like, I know one day, I feel like I've been like setting myself up for this. I've been like learning as much as I can. So like, this is me like taking the time to like apply for grants, apply for like different things that can happen. Because like right now is how you set yourself up for like a mural in the spring, summer. Because like, it's too cold. We're not painting outside. No, we are not. That is not happening. But soon it is coming.
Okay.
Hold on, Dave. Is the one at 13th and Arch the one that we vote for the community?
Yeah. That's what I just finished.
That's beautiful. I've driven past that so many times. And today I was going through your thing. I was like, oh, she did that?
Yeah.
I'm going to be talking with her today. That's so dope.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, actually that whole story is so wild for that mural. That mural, they originally like wanted to do a mural kind of honoring like Kamala Harris, which like no bad vibes, like proud of Kamala Harris for being in the White House and for beating poo-poo head Trump. But like I was like, you know what? Like Kamala Harris didn't win Philly. Like that's not like who did any of this. Like who did this? It is like people who have been like doing like the work of like getting like people educated, also making sure they know how to vote, especially in the pandemic when shit was so confusing and crazy. So I was like, we are gonna take this time and this space to like honor these people who were doing this because like not to say Kamala Harris didn't do this. She did win a proud babe, but like also like we're going to acknowledge the work that has been done for like a mad long time to people who do not get that recognition enough.
And actually, the people did it, man. The people are the ones who got up and got the people motivated to go out there and vote for her. People.
Exactly.
So you're right.
Yep.
So,
great argument. Thank you.
So Symone, on that note, on the second note, because there's two notes that we're going to go out on, right?
Okay.
One is we want to acknowledge the people that are doing the work, and you are clearly doing the work. We appreciate all your work and everything you do, everything you put into your heart. So thank you. That's one. And then two, we're gonna get our intentions together. So not only can you manifest $50,000, but we also can manifest $50,000. And we're gonna do that while Jason plays us out.
I love it.
Yes.
So, J Dog, I don't know when he gets on the instruments, we call him J Dog. I mean, we call him J Dog anyway. That's our J Dog. So we're gonna let's bring it. Bring it, J Dog. Bring on that $100,000 for us.
Thanks so much, Symone.
Thank you guys. This has been so fun. I'm so glad I didn't miss it and I showed up. Oh my gosh.
So we.
All right.
Take it away, J Dog. $100K. We need it.
All right, Jay.
Oh man, $100K.
That was beautiful.
Hey, was that freestyle or was that like?
Yeah, I was just freestyling, man. Just